From the Flyers Skate Zone in Pensacola, New Jersey, welcome to Tier 1 Hockey Federation's Game of the Week, presented by Play-by-Play Productions. Today in the 18U division, the Philadelphia Flyers Elite host the Westchester Express. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Tom Wilms. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's take a look at these two teams. Although we're a little late to get started this morning, we certainly do appreciate your patience and tuning in today. The Philadelphia Flyers, 7th in the Frozen Four ranking, sitting with a record of 4-11. Last time out, a 7-2 loss to the Mercer Chiefs, as John Wirtz and William Hurlburt had the Flyers' goals. Nicholas Radcliffe made 39 saves in that effort. For the Westchester Express, based in Brewster, New York, they are 6th in the Frozen Four rankings. They are sitting at 6-8. Last game for them was a 4-2 loss to the PAL Islanders. Daniel Cardozo and Nate Vault had the goals, while Jake Anderson made 31 saves for the Express. These two teams have faced each other before, but it was way back in November, right before the Thanksgiving break, on November 19th and 20th. Westchester with wins by scores of 7-6 and 6-3. Now we're getting towards the very end of the season. After this game, Westchester only has a couple of road games left against the Jersey Hitmen in a couple of weeks. Philadelphia has a little bit more time to kind of improve things as far as their rankings are concerned. They have 4 more games on their ledger, and the advantage they have is all those games are here at the Skate Zone in Pensacola. So again, very intriguing matchup, but two teams desperate to try to impress and move up into the top 4 to potentially make those Frozen Four playoffs. So we are in the warm-up. We are going to take a real quick break, but before we do, we'll remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Apex Learning Virtual School, and they can help players of all ages manage both school and hockey this season. Enroll anytime and manage when and where you complete your schoolwork. ALVS is flexible and designed to fit around conditioning, training, practice, and travel to tournaments. So visit alvs.com or give them a call at 206-489-1079 for more information and to enroll now. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about 3 minutes for the goaltender matchup and the drop of the puck. It's the Philadelphia Flyers Elite and Westchester Express in the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week, presented by Play-by-Play Productions. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, live from the Skate Zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. This is the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week, presented by Play-by-Play Production. I'm Tom Wilms. Thanks again for joining us as the Westchester Express head down 95 to take on the Philadelphia Flyers Elite. Again, big matchup here simply because these are two teams, again, as we mentioned during the Open, desperate to try to move up into the Frozen Four conversation. We'll take a look at the goaltender matchup first for the visiting Westchester Express at 6'5", 229 from St. James, New York, Jake Anderson. They fooled us. It's not going to be Anderson. It's actually going to be Kenneth Lutman, the 5'11", 154 product from Fishkill, New York. 3.97 goals against and an .842 save percentage as we are underway. As we welcome you in, good morning here in the Philadelphia region. We'll give you the goaltender for Philadelphia in just a moment, but first, Westchester will clear out. Now on the near side, this is Luke Golisano moving in 2-1-2. Golisano, the shot, and it's blocked. Gets it right back, throws it to the cage, and it goes wide. And it's a good look there for Nicholas Radcliffe, the 6'3", 161 product from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. 4.75 goals against and an .831 save percentages. Here's a low 2-on-1 pass across, and it does not work as Matthew Kramer couldn't quite get on to the end of it. Kept alive by John Wirtz across the near side for Warner. Warner towards the cage, and a skate save by Kenneth Lutman. Wow, quick start here. 17-minute periods, by the way, so we're not even 45 seconds in, and each team has at least had a couple of looks towards the goal. As here comes Westchester the other way as Luke Golisano gets wiped out, but still able to find a way to dump it in deep. He'll come off for the change. Pinch in here on the near side. Trying to turn it away is Enzo Finelli. Clear to the slot. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound. Turned to the corner by Radcliffe. As a kind of looked behind him, but he actually directed it well towards that far side corner as Westchester keeps it alive and dumps it behind the cage. Chased here by Ryan Warner. Winds around the kick plate and all the way down through the bench. Again, it looked like there were too many on the ice for Westchester, but they were making a change. So given a lot of the benefit of the doubt there, is rightfully so by our two officials. Near side, Finelli tries to keep it in deep for Philadelphia, but here's Jackson Leahy, the Rye, New York native, will bank it around the near side for Cardozo. Third in the league in goals for Cardozo. 12 goals on the year. 6', 170 from White Plains, out of White Plains High School as well. As Miller keeps it alive, tries a shot, but it's blocked as it goes to the far side and thrown towards the cage, but swallowed up by Lutman, and that will stop play. 15-11 left to go. First period, still scoreless game. Each team credited with one shot each. We are going to do our best as far as stats are concerned. Hopefully the live stats are working on the THF website. They usually do a great job with things like that, but on a early Sunday morning, sometimes things don't go the way we like. As Philadelphia keeps it alive. Dumped around the near side boards. Philadelphia carrying a decent amount of the play, just about 2 minutes in. Good dance move here by Corey Levy all the way back towards the point. Shot comes in, that's partially blocked, as the wrister did not get through by Brent Rivard. Clear to the neutral zone at the top of the glass. Taken by Levy across the far side, and whipped in deep by Samuel Poliak. Back in it along to the near side. Cardozo trying to move through, but Rivard pinches in, winds it around the far side. Racing to that far side is MJ Otrondo. Otrondo trying to lift it up ahead, battling there with William Hurlbert. And dumped around the near side boards. Right now, it looks like Philadelphia is just strictly being kept to the outside by Westchester, but at least keeping the Express pinned. Now, that's not going to mean a whole lot now, but maybe in that second period, long change, get them into some really long shifts. And it's taken here by Jaden Jones. Pennsauken native will wind it around. Behind the cage, Lutman gets the touch, loses it, shot comes in and a save, rebound try, another stop. Oh, two big saves by Lutman, who made a huge mistake behind the net, giving it away, but then redeemed himself. Here's a 2-on-1, moving in here is Golisano, backhand try, but that's blocked as that's turned away by Luke Resto. And Philadelphia able to calm things down, then break it to the neutral zone for Hurlbert. Hurlbert moving in 2-on-2. Crisscrosses with Jones, and is shoved to the near side boards. On a good little push by Gott, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone by the Express. Off of Resto, so he'll chase back into his own zone. Out of the Flyers youth program at the other skate zone in New Jersey, and Voorhees played there for his 14U. This is an 18U battle, by the way, as Parker Satana will dump it in deep. Dump back behind the cage. Now it's Westchester's turn to get some pressure. As Gott dumps it right back behind the cage. Again, everything being kept to the outside. That's very good patient work as whistle blows. And not exactly sure why. Did not see a signal. Didn't seem like it was offside. The net is off its pegs, so that's why. Philadelphia Flyers Elite, led by head coach Jamie Hill. Westchester Express, the head coach is Eric Conway. Pretty long ride for the Westchester Express. Wouldn't be surprised if they played a non-league game somewhere in the area yesterday just to handle the travel a little better. Yeah, and Brewster is, let's say, about an hour outside of New York, right on the New York-Connecticut border. So it's a haul. Coming all the way back into his own zone, Jack Casey. Casey, not under much pressure. The Patterson, New York native and former Connecticut Chief gets it right back. It squeezes through him, got on the back check. He gets shouldered on the play. And pitching in from the point is Robert Skameka. Good forecheck here. It's taken here by Oscar Danielson. All the way back to the point, lifted across. Keeping it alive, Zhitin Zhao. Zhao dumps it in deep. Back to the point for Zhao. Now finds some room, sharp angle, so he tosses to the corner. Tries to go give and go with Danielson. Danielson keeps so. Danielson trying to get back towards the point. He's met there by Gott. Throws it back to Zhao. Zhao towards the cage, but it's blocked. And ends up back behind the net. 12:20 to go first period. Still scoreless. Shots on goal, 3-1 Philadelphia. It squeezes away to Zhao, but can't keep it alive. Chopped off his blade. And backhanded away by Ryan Warner. Now coming up here is Danielson. Danielson couldn't quite squeeze through. Then the shot comes in on the follow-up by Richie DeFulvio. And it ends up going wide. Zhao dumps it in deep once again. Here's Matthew Kramer behind the net. Skitters to the near side corner, thrown to the slot. Shot by Wirtz and a blocker save. Rebound, pinballs back out in front, but cleared away. And it's dumped back behind the cage. Kramer tries to throw it out in front, but hits the back of the net. Then a second try goes all the way back to the point for Warner. He'll try the shot and a stick save by Lutman. Taken over here by Joe Malazzi out of New Canaan, Connecticut. Wirtz across the far side for Warner. Warner can't avoid the big shove there by Andrew Zubak. And it's dumped back behind the cage anyway. Thrown out in front. But Zubak will take over. Zubak spent some time with the New York Apple Corps of the Eastern Hockey League at the Tier 3 junior level. So he's got some little bit of a higher level of experience with older kids. Again, the junior level obviously goes up to age 21. As Catena banks it off the glass on the far side, and it'll be an offside call. For those who may be new to the youth level of the game, again, the offsides are automatic. The icings are automatic. I know I have to learn after doing college and junior hockey for so long. So if I goof a rule, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Puck down, controlled here by Colin Cody. Taken away, shot comes in, that's off the glove of Lutman. Big response there from Ethan Miller. Just streaked on in after the giveaway. Back behind the cage, out in front for Miller, but turned the other way by Jason Hochberg. And Westchester, with New York on the jersey, is able to clear the other way. Philadelphia Flyers Elite wearing, well, the traditional Philadelphia Flyers jersey. Miller on that far side, dummies it out to the neutral zone, but Braden Galante will take over. And it's off the glove of Rivard. Galante will chase into the corner. Galante throws out in front, deflection off the top of the cage. Right there was Jason Hochberg, got a good chunk of it, but it actually hit the top of the net on the post where the water bottle would normally sit. It's taken here by Galante. Galante right back into the zone for the Express. Goes back behind the net for Poliak. Poliak dumps back to the corner. Gazzetti for Westchester, drops it off to the slot. Shot comes in, and that flutters wide by Luke Golisano. Golisano has some high-level experience as well. We'll talk about that in a moment as he had some time with the Danbury Hat-Tricks of the North American League. Here's a wrist shot that's blocked out in front. Kept alive. Shot comes in again. That goes wide. Two bites at the apple, so to speak, by Marco Gazzetti as it's cleared out to the neutral zone off of Miller. 9:50 to go first period. Still scoreless. Shots on goal, 4-2 Philadelphia. But Westchester warming to the task. That shot whistles high from way outside by Colin Cody. Taken far side by Joey Rosselli. Rosselli out to the neutral zone. Trying to take it away was Cody. Lifted it up ahead. Thought it hit somebody on the bench. But he gets it right back and can move into the zone 4-on-3 with chasers. Cody, the shot blocked down. Gets it right back. Sharp angle. Nice pass for Galazzi, and he throws it wide. Now, it's funny how this game works. Again, first 5 minutes of this game was all Philadelphia. But the last few minutes, Westchester has taken possession of this game. It's really not showing up on the shot board. But they're getting their opportunities. At the point, Rister comes in. That's blocked out in front. And feeling it there is Luke Resto. After that wrist shot on the far side by Jackson Leahy. Now a chance for Philadelphia to break in. Here's Jaden Jones. Jones backhands it in deep off of Cody. Goes to the near side corner for Leahy. Leahy trying to work up the near side boards. Ends up hitting the netting. And out of play it goes. 8:58 to go in the first period of a still scoreless game. Yeah, netting a hole around the near side, and it bows over the rink or over the glass. So if you were to shoot the puck straight up the glass, it would hit netting. And that is technically out of play. Face off to the left of Lutman, the former Connecticut Ranger at the 16U level. Taken, though, by Jones. Tries the stick lift on him was Cardozo. Gets knocked down on the play. Leahy gets checked. Goes clear on the far side for Skameka. Skameka throws it out in front, but it's paddled away by Lutman and goes to the far side corner. 8:45 to go first period as it rides the dasher back to the point. Taken here by DeFulvio. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound is swallowed up by Lutman, and that will stop play. Well, again, looking at the stats of both of these keepers, again, when you're looking at save percentage, you want it to be in the 90% range. For both of these guys, it's not quite there, but both goaltenders are playing very well. Gives you an idea that the numbers don't always tell you the whole story. Puck is down and taken over here by MJ Otranto. Former Connecticut Whaler will outlet it up ahead. And moving up here is Liam Gott. Gott drops it off. Shot comes in, blocker save. Rebound, no rebound from Radcliffe. So pretty well executed 2-on-2 play by Westchester. But still unable to yield anything. As the draw will be to the right of Radcliffe. Out of the Philadelphia Revolution organization over in Warwick, Pennsylvania. Played there for 16U. Taken out, though, by Philadelphia. So here's William Hurlbut trying to find space on the near side, using that size to his advantage. Goes to his backhand and forced away by Leahy. Leahy trying to get body position and does. And takes the puck to the far side corner and skids for some space. Jones forechecks, though, for Philadelphia. This is dropped off near side. Otranto almost skates it. Then passes up ahead for Gatos to spin for control and then lost it. Skameka across the near side and gets it back from Resto. Deflected into the zone. Jones trying to chase it down, but he's met there by Otranto. And New York will clear out to the neutral zone. The Westchester Express, based in Brewster, New York. And again, they're wearing those jerseys that say New York on the front, so I apologize if I continually goof that up. It's cleared out to the neutral zone, and it's a 3-on-2 possibility here for Philadelphia. Moving into Fulvio. Drags towards the slot. Can't fight through the stick check. Then Danielson's shot. That goes wide. Pinch in here by Warner. He heads to the corner. Warner fakes the drop, goes back behind the net. Winds around the near side for Danielson. Danielson skids to a stop right into Gott, who gave him the shoulder. Little low 2-on-2 players. Gott tries to clear it out, but a good pinch in there by Zhao. They continue to battle near side corner. A little bit of a 3-on-3. Puck squeezes away towards the corner and taken back behind the net by Philadelphia and Oscar Danielson. Danielson all the way back to the point across the near side, and it was kind of telegraphed, so Zhao did a good job of avoiding Gott, but Gott was still able to clear to the neutral zone. Now here comes Danielson right back into the zone, harassed by Gott, and then getting decked on the play. Danielson by Golisano, and it looks like Golisano is going to go to the box. That's adding insult, quote-unquote, to injury. Unless there was another penalty away from the play. No, it's going to be an elbowing call. I thought it was Gott, to be honest with you. I might have gotten that wrong. Luke Golisano, he heads to the box. So first power play of the game belongs to the Philadelphia Flyers Elite. Face off, unlike in the NHL and junior levels and college levels, doesn't go automatically into the zone. It moves up a dot, so to speak, as here comes Wirtz to the near side, settles at the hashes. Draws the double team. Back now for Warner. Warner sauces across the far side. Wrist shot comes in. Pad save. Rebound is taken back behind the net. And there's a good low shot there from John Wirtz. As we go the other way, it's a short-handed opportunity. Moving in Galante. He'll take the shot, and it goes high and wide. Back and forth we go in spite of the manpower advantages. Here's Matthew Kramer. Dumps it back behind the net. Taken by Ryan Warner. Out of LaSalle College High School, AAA high school team in the Philadelphia area is trying to dance his way through. Warner, but offside is called and play is stopped. And you look at some of the talent on these two teams and some of the places they've had the fortune of playing, again, at the 18U level. You get called up to junior teams and some of the good high school programs as well. And some of the high schools represented in the area, St. Augustine, LaSalle, Central Bucks West, Abington, all good level, whether it be varsity or club level teams. 1:24 to go in the Philadelphia power play as Wirtz tries to move his way in, but it's cleared out to the neutral zone. And this will be dumped all the way down, and I believe it is still icing when you're shorthanded. But although that was waved off, so I might have that wrong. It's just John Wirtz moving in 3-on-3. Wirtz drags, fires, and a glove save by Lutman. And he will stop play. 1:03 remaining in the Philadelphia power play. 5:54 left to go here in the first period. As again, we come to you from the skate zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. Tom Wilms here again. Thanks so much for joining us. As the draw will be to the right of Kenneth Lutman. Cardozo wins the draw for Westchester, but getting hurt on the play was Vault. Looks like he's all right, though. This shot comes in from the point. That's blocked out in front. And it's tipped out to the neutral zone. Rolling puck. Doesn't look like it's going to make it for icing anyways. Here's Ryan Warner. 48 seconds to go in the power play for Philadelphia. Warner, Maple Glen, Pennsylvania native, will move in near side. Backhands towards the slot. Thrown towards the cage by Kramer, but off the side of the net. So Kramer gets it right back. Rather, Warner gets it right back. Across for Wirtz. Hard pass, lost it. 2-on-1 the other way, shorthanded. Here comes Daniel Cardozo. Cardozo goes wide. Great defensive work. Still, a shot comes in, doesn't go. Another try, they score! Right at the side of the net. Liam Gott banks it off of Radcliffe for the shorthanded goal. And with 5:13 to go in the first, it's 1-0 Westchester. For Liam Gott, that's his third goal of the season. And after all that pressure put on by Philadelphia, it's the Express that gets on the board first on, again, a very well-defended 2-on-1. And it just goes to show sometimes you just throw it towards the net, and funny things happen. And it hit the side of the net right to the goal scorer. And all he could do is try to throw it towards the net himself, able to bank it off the backside of Radcliffe, and it settled nicely over the line. So with just over 5 minutes to go in the period, and now 10 seconds remaining in the Flyers' power play, they find themselves trailing 1-0. As it is taken to that far side, and Otrando will back in it around. Leahy helps it around. There goes the power play, and now here comes Westchester the other way, 3-on-2. And into the zone on that far side comes Golisano. Can't dance his way out in front. Goes to the corner. Good shove there, though, by Malazzi. And Philadelphia could try to break the other way, but taken right back. So dumped around the cage here by Skameka. To the near side boards. And pitchforked ahead by Ethan Miller. Off the stick of Hurlbert. And nice touch pass up ahead here for Zubak. Zubak trying to break his way free. Turns around and fires, but it's blocked off of Resko. And around the far side for Hurlbert. Hurlbert all the way across now for Miller. Miller moving with pace. Shot comes in. That's deflected high by Leahy on a partial block. Jones dumps to the corner. And is trying to spin for control Miller. Miller had his stick free, but he shouldered off there by Otrando. And still able to dance out of the traffic. All the way back to the point it goes. Whipped across the near side for Resto. Resto, stutter step to the outside against Zubak, who stays with him well, gives him the shoulder. And he loses the puck now to the near side corner. Poked up ahead by Leahy, and here comes Westchester the other way as Golisano moves up 2-on-2, lifts it in deep, and tries to get through Levy. Taken right back, thrown to the side of the cane for Malazzi, but could not get possession cleanly, and taken near side by Enzo Finelli. Drops it off for Resto. Resto whistles it towards the cage, parried away by Lutman with the big waffle, and it ends up going out of play. With 3:31 left to go here in the first period, it is a 1-0 lead for the Westchester Express on a Liam Gott goal. The New York City native playing most recently for the North Jersey Avalanche 18U team. Catena around the far side for Braden Galante. Galante can't clear out, so it's dumped right back in. And shots on goal, 8-6 in favor of Philadelphia in spite of falling behind here 1-0. This is dumped in deep once again by the Flyers. Meanwhile, away from the play, a couple of players got together, and it was the same team. It was Finelli and Poliak who collided. Doesn't hurt the forecheck, at least at that point for Philadelphia, but eventually cleared out by Catena. And cleared up the near side, Gazzetti overskates the puck. Little help coming back by Hochberg. And controlled here by Casey. Galante swings it across. It could be a breakaway into the zone here for Gazzetti. Goes to the backhander and a save by Radcliffe. Just able to squeeze free. That's thrown out in front, but the shot was blocked. And we go the other way as here's Matthew Devine, the Philadelphia native, moving in 2-on-2. He'll try a shot and it's deflected high. 2:37 to go, first period, 1-0 Westchester. And it's taken calmly by the Express around the far side boards for Parker Catena. Tries to pitchfork it up ahead, but it's blocked. DeFulvio pass across, and unable to clear out was Gazzetti. Good pressure put on by Philadelphia, but poking it out to the neutral zone desperately was Jackson Hochberg, but timed right back into the zone by Zhao. Behind the net once again, Westchester trying to avoid this forecheck of Philadelphia that is working quite well, but being kept to the outside. DeFulvio gets shoved away on the play. Goes back behind the net. DeFulvio trying to squeeze his way free, and does. Forced to the far side corner. Behind the net. Good shove there as Philadelphia keeps up the pressure. Thrown out in front of the deflection, but it does not go as DeFulvio only got a chunk of it. Under 2 minutes to go. Here in the first period, unable to squeeze free was Braden Galante. So it's grabbed here by Warner. Warner tosses the space on that far side. Streaking back for it, Matthew Kramer. One touch up ahead by Zhao. Got a deflection. A possible 3-on-2 the other way for Philadelphia. Danielson is in. Moves in. Tries to throw it towards the cage. Partially blocked. Goes behind the net for DeFulvio. Poke checked away, though, by Cody. Comes to the near sideboards. Trying to find room. Here's Cardozo. And cleared to the neutral zone off of Malazzi. 1:20 to go in the first period. Bouncing puck. Soccered along by Cody. And he'll move in 1-on-4. Tries the wrist shot, but it goes well wide. So here's Matthew Kramer. Back to behind his own net. With the Flyers trailing 1-0, 1:08 to go in the first period. Here comes Rosselli. Good harassment from behind. Slowed down, but taken over here by Wirtz. Tries to shield it against Cody. Behind the net, but taken over here by Rosselli. He gets wiped out on the play. Arms stay down as we're under a minute to go here in the first period. Harassment from behind as the physical play picks up. Philadelphia maintains possession as it comes over now for Warner. Hides behind the cage and streaks back behind to the far side with 45 to go. Good work to get into the zone. Good hip check on him, though, by Cody to slow him down and wrestle him from the puck. Wound all the way around to the neutral zone with 37 to go in the period. Here's Resto. Across the far side now for Kramer. Kramer back to Resto. Surveys, gives it a look, decides near side. Outlet pass with 27 seconds to go. Here is Rosselli, 1-on-3. Tries to dance out in front, but he's shoved away by Vault. And Westchester will hold on to it for a couple seconds and get the clear. Bouncing puck, given away with 15 to go in the period. Miller trying to time his way into the zone and does. Drop pass. Shot comes in. Blocker save by Lutman. 9 seconds remaining in the period. Taken here by Cardozo. Gains the line. Dumps it in deep. And that should be enough to kill the period. 2 seconds remaining. And the first period is now in the books. A 1-0 lead for the Westchester Express on a shorthanded goal by Liam Gott. We'll take a break and come back with second period action in just a couple of minutes, as you're watching the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week on the Play-by-Play Productions. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, live from the Skate Zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. This is the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week, presented by Play-by-Play Productions. Tom Williams here again. Thanks so much for joining us as we head to second period action. No carryover penalties or power plays, and we switch sides. The Flyers are in the white with the traditional orange and black, while the Westchester Express are in the black with the white and red trim. 1 goal in the period. At the 5:13 mark, shorthanded goal for Liam Gott. And forgot his 3rd goal of the season. Daniel Cardozo and Colin Cody with the assist on that shorthanded goal. And again, 1-0 in favor of Westchester. Shots on goal after the first period. It was 8-6. Underway, 15 seconds into the second period, as Philadelphia has controlled I'd say, most of the game. Not by a large margin. I'd say 60% of the game. But again, that's not what matters. What matters is up on the scoreboard. As Resto Patiently winds it around for Skameka. And now to the far side. Good quick pass for Kramer. Kramer gets a step and turns into a breakaway. Kramer's in. Fires in a pad save by Lutman, and he holds on. Great reaction by Lutman. Again, not only against the grain make the pad save, but keep the puck tight to him so he could follow up on the rebound. Very impressive goaltending there from the Fishkill, New York native, Kenneth Lutman. Draw will be to his right as Westchester looks to sweep the season series against Philadelphia. But again, Philadelphia controlling a good chunk of the play. They're certainly not out of this thing by any stretch of the imagination. This is cleared to the neutral zone. Comes to the near side, racing over here is Hochberg, and Heal trying to dump it in deep. Cleared right back towards the line. Hochberg kicks it along. He's met there, though, by Roselli. Malazzi will move up the outside. Tries to dangle his way out in front. Stick check on him by Kramer, but then he gets a good chunk of them. Now back behind the net, here's Resto. Good shove there by Malazzi, trying to get his stick free. Tries to spin it out in front, but could not quite get the handle, but Hochberg helps him out. Good cycle work by Westchester, but as we say that, they lose it, and here come the Flyers the other way. Pass up the middle, possible 2-on-1 as Wirtz moves in, then drops it back to the point for Resto. He'll try the wrist shot, and it's blocked away by Lutman with traffic in front of him. Thrown back to the slot, but that's blocked as well. Taken here by DeFulvio. Throws it all the way around the kick plate and to the neutral zone. Philadelphia couldn't touch there. They had too many on the ice, so Skameka will take over on the other side and dump it in. Complete the change for the Flyers. And behind the net it goes. Here's a Trondeau. Catch up to it in the corner. Banks it up ahead. Good pinch in there by Poliak to keep it alive. Poliak chips it up ahead towards the corner. It's a little bit behind Finelli. Back to the near side point it goes, though, for the Rivard. Rivard tries a shot save. Rebound loose in front. It's a scramble, and it's covered up. As right there on the doorstep was Richie DeFulvio and Enzo Finelli, but neither could tickle the twine. 15:05 to go, second period. Still 1-0 in favor of Westchester. As both teams will get a nice change here. Again, early start, so certainly I do appreciate everyone tuning in. 9 a.m. in the morning was our start time. Very common for these young men out there, though. They'll play when they're told to play. As here's a shot from the point. Through traffic, save, rebound, still loose, and then backhanded back towards the point. Little trouble on the rebound from Lutman, but able to survive it as Golisano clears out to the neutral zone. Bunted up ahead to the near side for Nelly. Let's go back, though, for Rivard. Rivard dumps it in deep. Catena back behind his own net for Westchester. Softly up the boards. Kicked up ahead. Where is it? Gott can't find it. Good pinch in here by DeFulvio. The near side thrown out in front. Trying to make a turn. Here's Poliak. All the way back to the point. He'll try a shot deflected wide. Far side Miller. Miller behind the net, but there's Catena for Westchester. And throws it in front of his own net, but understanding that the only one there was Jack Casey, and Casey's able to clear. And it goes all the way down for an icing call. An automatic icing. And our four-man crew, 2 referees, 2 linesmen. And always respect the fact that the officials have to figure out what level they're at for each game and make the right calls, simply because there's so many rule sets going from the youth levels all the way up to juniors. And I recognize a couple of these officials, and a couple of them, they do call those higher level junior games. So really got to take a deep breath and go, okay, today's junior hockey. This is the rules. Offside call, by the way, there against Philadelphia with 14:09 to go in the second period. 1-0 lead for the Westchester Express. And we mentioned earlier, some of these players have that high-level experience, at least a touch of it. And we mentioned that Marco Gazzetti of Westchester has a little experience with the Danbury Hat-Tricks of the North American Hockey League. And again, since that building in Danbury also hosts a pro team, you really get experience up there. Here's a possible 2-on-1 as Jones moves into the outside. Pass out in front, but blocked away off of Nate Vault. And it's cleared up the far side boards. Thrown out in front, but taken over here by Colin Cody. Cody, outlet pass. And taken over here to the near side. Trying to move in. Drop off for Zubak. Kick to the stick. Tries the shot save. Rebound loose in the slot. It's just outside the paint. Fighting for it and trying to make the turn. Here's Golisano, the shot save. Rebound, they score! Right on the doorstep. It looks like it's going to be Marco Guzzetti. His 3rd goal of the season. And with 13:30 left to go in the second, it's 2-0 Westchester. After all the clean plays, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, rushes, sometimes it's that dirty game, that dirty play, that dirty goal that gets you going. A 2-0 lead for the Express. It is Gazzetti from Zubak at the 13:30 mark for the Westchester 2-0 lead. Now, if you're Philadelphia, you've got to be feeling it a little bit because I think they understand they've carried a good portion of the play, but have nothing to show for it. So if you're the coach, you've got to tell your guys, hey, you're doing the right thing. You're just not getting breaks here. You just keep earning your play, and things should turn around. Again, still leading in shots 10-9. But again, a 2-0 lead for the Westchester Express as they dump it in deep. Resto back here for Philadelphia. Resto takes his time behind the cage. 2 below the goal line, taken away by Galante. Galante tries to swing it out in front, blocked by Resto, gets it right back, and throws it back to the point for Leahy. Leahy tries the wrist shot, pad save. Rebound, here comes Philadelphia the other way as it kicks all the way out for Danielson, but he's by himself, then hooked off by Leahy. Gets turned around, and the arms stay down. That's dumped up ahead here by Roselli. Bouncing puck, top of the circle, taken back though by Galante. Galante throws across the far side where it's collected by Gazzetti. Gazzetti chases it towards the corner, throws out in front looking for Galante, but getting a leg on that was Skameka. To the near side point, here's Leahy. Leahy throws it in deep, winds back behind the cage. There's Resto for Philadelphia. Tries to reverse, but taken away by Galante. Spins to his forehand, thrown out in front, save there by Radcliffe. Yeah, Leahy, he'll step up, that's deflected wide off the stick of Hochberg. Dump back behind the net, given away again. Wrap around, try, save. Rebound loose in front, but turned away by the defensive Restos. Again, another defensive mishap by Philadelphia. Turns into a glorious opportunity for the Westchester Express and Braden Galante. And right now the Flyers desperate for the clear. They get the clear, they get the icing, and they get the change. Another difference from the junior on up level is on an icing you can make a change on your bench. So if you ever get into a big hole like Philadelphia just did, yeah, just ice it, get a change. Westchester maybe smelling some blood in the water after getting that second goal. They lead 2-0. Now lead in shots 12-10. And maybe just looking to, I wouldn't say put it away, but they're hoping so, I'm sure. Taken here by Malazzi. Malazzi couldn't quite make his way out in front. Goes back to the point for Atrando. Throws across the far side. Leahy tries a shot deflection, and it's swallowed up by Radcliffe. And that will stop play. 11:36 left to go in the second period. It stays a 2-0 lead for the Westchester Express. And by the way, the live stats are up, so make sure you visit tier1hockeyfederation.com. And you get live stats for all the teams in all the games. But certainly this one. That's where I'm getting my information from. As the puck is down and one back to the corner by Richie DeFulvios. It's cleared out to the neutral zone. And taken here by Malazzi, but been followed up by DeFulvio. He'll move into the zone for Philadelphia. Drags, lofts it out in front, but a little bit late to get to the slot was Kramer. Ends up in the corner where he chases. Drops it back behind the cage, and here's Golisano. Just Golisano pitchforks over top everybody, but not strong enough for icing. Again, no ice cut between the first and second. So if you keep that down and clear, you may not get the icing calls. Here is Kramer, 3-on-3. Drop pass, shot comes in, fanned on though by Poliak, tries to follow it up, throws it to the cage and a save. Rebound loose in front, another stop as Wirtz had the try. Turnaround try, Poliak, and another save by Lutman. He's been sharp in this one so far as it's eventually cleared to the neutral zone. And taken here by Westchester. Trying to turn away, MJ Atrando out of Rye, New York, former Connecticut Whaler at the 14U level. Across now, cleared to the neutral zone by Leahy. And now dancing through, here's Malazzi. Malazzi goes wide, takes a shot, and it whistles high. Grabbed though by Rivard, wound around the near side boards. Ethan Miller collects it, backhands, gets it back from Atrando, then outlets far side. Finelli moving in, 2-on-3, tries to drop, and behind the play, a penalty. The trailing official has a call, and let's take a look. Again, it was Philadelphia with possession. It is going to be a slashing call on Philadelphia's Brent Rivard. So Westchester will get their first power play of the game. And I think that's the very last thing that Philadelphia wanted there. Again, they were moving into the Westchester zone. It was behind the play. It was a little bit of frustration maybe. I didn't catch it. But that's why you have the 4 officials out there to catch that kind of offense. And again, a chance here for Westchester to add to the lead. It is a slashing call on Brent Rivard. Draw will be to the left of Nicholas Radcliffe. Puck down, stuck in the dot, finally squeezes out. Finelli able to lift the stick and move out himself shorthanded. He has some space and some speed. Drags to the outside, tries to backhand and a blocker save. Rebound is spiked wide. It was looking like it was going to go either on the top of the net or maybe nestle back behind the keeper. So that was a nice play by the defense to just get it out of there. Here's Malazzi moving into the outside. Malazzi passes across Golisano. 30 seconds elapsed in the power play. Dumped in deep. Gott gets there first, gets a good body position, has to bank it back towards the point. Turned back here, though, by Zubak, who has an assist in this one. Behind the cage, Cardozo. Lost the handle, and thumped to the far side for Finelli. Angle pass across, as it was backhanded square. Now Roselli's able to clear, and he gets wiped out. Penalty coming up here against Westchester. They'll touch up. And there goes the power play for the Express. They're now 0 for 1 with 1 shot. And we'll play some 4-on-4. As it looks like we're going to see the signal in just a moment. It's a roughing call. As into the box for Westchester goes Liam Gott. So things will start to open up here. A minute 9 of 4-on-4 play. Face-off will be to the near side of Kenneth Lutman. Skameka pinches in, throws it towards the cage, hit off the linesman, then taken by Wirtz. The shot net goes wide. The tough break there. As again, the linesman, well, tough break for the linesman because that hurts. But again, tough break for Philadelphia. That was heading towards the net. You never know what happens there. So here's Wirtz moving in 2-on-2. Pass all the way across. Settled and shot high by Matthew Kramer. Galante can't keep it. Here's Skameka. He'll try a shot net directed away by Lutman. Good pressure put on by Philadelphia with all this open ice. 40 seconds in the 4-on-4. Skameka, the shot glove save by Lutman. As right there looking for the deflection was Wirtz. But could not get a piece of it. With 8:59 to go in the second period. Again, 2-0 Westchester. 38 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 before a brief power play for the Flyers, which will be their second of the game. So here's DeFulvio to take the draw for Philadelphia. One back for Skameka. Cross point. Shot comes in. That's deflected away as Resto couldn't get through the traffic. Then turnaround shot deflected wide by Wirtz. Skameka just peeled it off the boards and threw it towards the net. And again, you never know what happens when you throw it towards the cage. This is knocked down. Galante, but poke checked away by Radcliffe. Radcliffe, again, he's been sharp in this one as well in spite of giving up a couple. 10 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 before the Flyers go on the power play. So they want to time this breakout if they can. Here's a long pass up ahead that's deflected and controlled away for Galante to take. 2-on-2, now shorthanded. He'll try a shot, and that goes high. Second power play of the game for Philadelphia, 0 for 1 with 2 shots, and they gave up a shorthanded goal. They got 43 seconds to work, and Philadelphia, all they can do is clear out. So let's see what they can do in the last few seconds of this power play, but they can't come up with possession as Galante drops it backward, taken in by Miller. Moving in one-on-one, takes a shot deflected out of play off of Cody, and that will stop play. With 7:57 to go in the second period, 2-0 lead for Westchester. As we remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Apex Learning Virtual School. And they can help players of all ages manage both school and hockey this season. Enroll anytime and manage when and where you complete your schoolwork, as ALVS is flexible and designed to fit around conditioning, training, practice, and travel to tournaments. Visit alvs.com or call 206-489-1079 for more information and to enroll right now. Philadelphia completing their power play. They've got 18 seconds to work. Thrown out in front, but it's intercepted. Jackson Leahy moving out shorthanded. Nice saucer pass up ahead. Turns to a one-on-one. Shot comes in deflected and then blocked it away by Radcliffe. 8 seconds remaining in the Philadelphia power play. Jones in the corner. Maybe one last rush while on the advantage, but they're going to take their time, then clear out here for Warner as the power play expires. We're back to full and even strength. Warner drops it back here for Hulbert. Hulbert tries a shot. Save. No rebound from Lutman. And that will stop play. No shots on that power play for Philadelphia. They are now 0 for 2, trailing 2-0. 7:24 remaining in the second period. Again, a 2-0 lead for the Westchester Express. Goals by Marco Gazzetti and Liam Gott. Roselli takes the draw here for Philadelphia. Toms River, New Jersey native out of St. Rose High School. Can't control it, but Westchester can as they'll move in 2-on-3. Cardozo drags, tries a shot, and it ends up going high. As getting a piece of it was Warner. Dumped in off the corner. Low 2-on-1. Trying to make a sliding play, though, Warner. And taken back by Philadelphia. Here's Hurlbut. Hurlbut all the way across. Tipped ahead, racing onto it here is Zhao. Zhao gets a step to the outside. Sharp angle thrown in front. Deflection goes wide by Hurlbut. Good setup there by Zhao, using every bit of his speed. This is thrown to the near side. Turnaround shot by Roselli, deflected out of play. And that'll stop the clock at 6:49 to go in the second period. It was still 2-0 lead for Westchester. Now the glass, pretty much standard size all the way around. Usually in most rinks it goes higher back behind the goal, but not here. So we'll get a couple more whistles per period on deflections. Here is a face-off win right back to the keeper, swallowed up by Lutman. And it's funny, in the NHL, gone are the days where there are quirks in the buildings, especially the size of the rink. I mean, remember back in the day, the old Boston Garden, the old Buffalo Auditorium, Chicago Stadium. Actually smaller ice surfaces, but now they've kind of streamlined everything. And every ice facility, pretty much the same. Except for quality of ice, of course, as here. It's taking to the near side for Zubak, and he'll clear out to the neutral zone. Under 6:30 to go in the second period, 2-0 Westchester. They look for more. Good step up. Shot comes in. Deflected towards the cage. They score! It hit a defenseman out in front. Looks like it'll be credited to Jackson Hochberg. If it's his second of the season. And with 6:21 to go in the second, it's 3-0 Westchester. Hochberg does lead the celebration line. But a tough break for Philadelphia, essentially an own goal. As Hochberg does get credit, Liam got his second point of the game as he's got an assist. And Westchester, a 3-0 lead. Now that's a tough break there for the Flyers. And you can always respect it. All right, great shot, great goal, but when it's just thrown to the cage and a weird deflection off a defenseman or whatever else, it's one of those situations as a player, coach, what have you, go, oh, what do I got to do to get a break here? So let's see how the Flyers respond. Down 3-0 as here comes Miller moving in. Miller trying to move his way out in front, but staying with him the whole way is Jack Casey. Penalty coming up. It's going to be, I'm not sure who it's against, because it was a Flyers player, or rather a Westchester player who went down, but they had last touch. So let's confirm before we put that in ink. With 5:50 left to go in the second period, it is going to go against Philadelphia. And Ethan Miller, so power play number 2 for the Westchester Express. A very short first power play with only one shot. But again, the Philadelphia Flyers seemingly at every crossroads of this game just shooting themselves in the foot, as it is Ethan Miller who goes to the box. And it'll be a roughing call. So with now 5:45 to go in the second period, 3-0 Express. Again, they lead 3-0, and again on the power play. So here's Molazzi, steps up, tries the wrist shot, glove save by Radcliffe. The way he snatched that out of the air, that was a frustration save. Just kind of turned his glove, and you can, I know he's wearing a mask with the birdcage, but you can just kind of tell by the body language that his face was like, ugh, I got to save here. Yeah, that's how you keep yourself in a game like this. Use that frustration and channel it as best you can. Here's Molazzi. Gets it back from Golisano. Steps to the top of the circle. Takes a shot. Save. And there's no rebound as that was right into the Flyers' crest. With 5:27 to go in the second period. 1:38 remaining in the Express power play. They've already put together 2 shots on the advantage. The puck is down. Stuck in the dot. Trying to dig it out was Gott. And Philadelphia catches up to it, and they're able to clear. So go all the way down for an icing call. And you don't mind that when you're later in a penalty kill shift. Earlier in a shift, I get it. They're down 3-0. let's not take any chances. Makes the game a little longer. I'm not sure the Flyers are really concerned about that fact. They just want to get back into this game. But you'd certainly prefer with the icing rules being unique compared to what you normally see on TV. So here's the shot. That goes wide by Zubak. Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to dump it down too often when you're shorthanded. Here's got sharp angle try out the side of the net. Now Cardozo back behind the net. Daniel Cardozo pushed away by Rivard. Still on his knees, trying to dangle his way out in front. Almost got a shot off, but it's cleared out to the neutral zone. Now Golisano being harassed by Finelli. Drop pass near side from Malazzi. 58 seconds to go in the Westchester power play. 4:45 to go second period. Oh, nice move as Golisano breaks an ankles. Here comes Cardozo. Tries a shot. Glove save by Radcliffe. There was daylight on that far side post, but Radcliffe able to snatch it out of the air. But, man, what a breakout from their own zone by the Westchester Express. When you can get a forechecker to kind of knock his ankles together and fall down, you know you did something right. 4:37 to go second period. 48 seconds remaining in the Westchester power play. It'll be Hochberg against Hurlbut. Puck down to the near side. Back to the point for Cody. Banks it right back up ahead, but knocked away. And Philadelphia will clear. This is Hurlbut to dump it all the way down on goal, so icing is waived. Here's Cody back behind his own net. Runs right into the forecheck of Finelli, but has the presence to drop it off for Leahy, who outlets now for Galante. Galante moving in with 30 seconds to go in the power play. Shoved wide by Skameka. Throws it back to the slot. Pinballs back to Leahy. Throws across the far side. Shot comes in, that's blocked. And here comes Danielson the other way, 2-on-2 shorthanded. Danielson on the near side boards. And moves in. Oh, it's close to offside. Tries to throw it in deep and does on a deflection off of Leahy. But I think right now Philadelphia just wants to kill the rest of this power play. So they'll go back. Skameka into his own zone with 7 seconds to go in their deficit. So here's Resto under pressure. Resto lost it to Galante. Galante throws out in front, but it's blocked as there goes the Westchester power play. They are now 0 for 2. They had 3 shots on that power play, and they continue the pressure. As here behind the cage is Gazzetti, all the way back to the point, and it's taken away. Moving up on a break is Wirtz. Wirtz gets a step. Wirtz, lost the handle as Leahy chased him down. Wirtz gets it back to the corner, looking for options. Throws out in front, scores! A neat blind pass out in front for William Hurlbut, who knocks home his 4th of the season. 3:29 to go in the second, and the Flyers are on the board. It's 3-1. Again, he was able to collect that, make a quick turn, and shove it past Lutman, who finally has one go behind him on the 21st shot he faces. So some life here for the Philadelphia Flyers elite, trailing now 3-1. And now Zubak will move in for Westchester. Goes wide, throws out in front, save, rebound, comes back to the slot, Golisano the drive, and it goes high. Now this has got to try to throw out in front. Can't get it through the traffic. A good response here from Westchester after giving up the goal. Go right back into the zone and tilt the ice. 3:10 to go in the second period. Turned here by Kramer. A nice outlet pass here for Wirtz, but overskates the puck, but then drops it off. Shot comes in. That's deflected out of play on the shot by Joey Roselli. That'll stop play with 3 minutes on the nose left to go here in the second. 3-1 lead for Westchester. As Philadelphia, that goal was William Hurlbut from John Wirtz and Oscar Danielson. Face-off will be to the right, Kenneth Lutman. Puck down, trying to move forward with it was Roselli, but here comes Westchester the other way, 2-on-2. And Zubak moves in. He'll try a shot and a stick save by Radcliffe. Comes around the near side boards. Worked up ahead towards the point, knocked down by Atrando, but followed up here by Roselli. Roselli, the outlet pass for Wirtz. Wirtz gets over the blue line. Spin move, Dennis Savard style, but lost the handles. Here comes Roselli, pass out in front, the shot save. Rebound tries, Kramer gets shouldered off the play. There's a Flyers player down back behind the play, John Wirtz, who took that initial shot, but then was decked. Or is that Miller? Let's not guess. Let's make sure it is John Wirtz. It's a little slow to get up, so I guess as he took that shot, he might have gotten hit, and hit significantly enough that he is dealing with some pain here. A little slow to get up, but now coming off under his own power. It doesn't matter the level. Hockey players are a tough bunch. With 2:32 to go in the second period, and a 3-1 lead for the Westchester Express. And Westchester will get next weekend off Then Super Bowl weekend, they will play on the road in Wayne, New Jersey at the Ice Vault against the Jersey Hitmen. A couple of games to close the season. For the rest of the regular season, the Flyers home cooking here at the Skate Zone in Pennsauken. Games against the Rockets, Islanders, Dynamo, and Team Maryland over the next 2 weeks. 2:30 to go, second period. This is cleared out by Philadelphia, but stopped by the official. And this is a break here for Casey to move in. Drops it out in front, but that's lost. And it's chipped along here for Jones to try to move through. Powers through, turns to a 3-on-2. Jones passes across the far side. Wrist shot comes in and it's blocked high in the air to the near side. Glove down by Rivard. He'll toss it in deep with 2:08 to go in the period. Around it comes. Jones waits for it. Shields the puck on the check by Parker Catena. Able to get free. Dump it behind the net for Hurlbert. Hurlbert into a double team. Tries to squeeze his way free, but knocked away there by Hochberg. And Hochberg will reverse it, just trying to find space for Jackson Leahy. Leahy backhands it along. Pinch in, kept alive. Jones takes it away, takes a shot, and that goes just wide. That would have been huge in the last 100 seconds of this period for Philadelphia. Jones continues the forecheck, but now Westchester is at very least able to clear to the center line. Poliak will try to move right back in, but a good wrap check on him by Hochberg. And taken back by Westchester. As here is Leahy. All the way across for Cardozo. Into the zone off the boards, but knifed away by Poliak, clear to the neutral zone. Malazzi trying to break free. Only got it as far, though, as Poliak. Poliak out of Central Bucks West High School. The Bucks in the Suburban High School Hockey League. Dumped it deep by Miller. All the way back behind the cage for Hochberg. Rather, that is Catena. 1:02 to go in the period. Philadelphia desperately trying to pull one closer, but nice move there by Leahy to break out to the neutral zone. Backhanded up ahead, deflected, glove down by Galante. Galante moves in, pass out in front, and it goes just wide. He was looking for the Golisano deflection that never came. 48 seconds to go in the period. Shoulder down by Braden Galante, trying to get to the corner with Gazzetti. Helped out, though, by Richie DeFulvio. Helped along, though, by Poliak. Poliak bounces it out to the neutral zone. Golisano kicks it on back with 35 to go in the period. Intercept here by Miller on the near side. He lofts it in deep, on goal, gloved down by Lutman. And smartly, Philadelphia sends in two to make sure he covers, and they get the deep face-off with 28.7 left to go here in the second period. By the way, we will have the lone intermission coming up in 28.7 seconds. So here's Roselli to take the draw against Golisano. One to the near side, half boards for Colin Cody. Has some trouble with it. Works, throws out in front, but it's behind Kramer. He chases to the far side to try to keep it alive, shoulder to shoulder with Vault. Vault continues to push. And away from the play, I think we have a couple of players, and their face masks are tangled up. Battle of the birdcage. So they both have to take it off to separate themselves. You don't see that too often. But that just shows the close quarters and the good battling between Roselli and Cody there. You get so close that I believe it's the J-hooks that get kind of tangled up. Next thing you know, you're face-to-face with your enemy. And that's a very literal. But usually when the players break up, they kind of giggle about it. And then get back to work with 17.1 seconds to go in the second period. Something you'll never see in the NHL thanks to the half shield. Well, everyone working things out, making sure the helmets are good to go. Roselli gives a nod to the official, says he's ready to battle here against Golisano. One back to the point. Shot comes in through traffic, deflected wide by Kramer. 12 seconds left to go in the period. Kramer back behind the net for Poliak. Rather, that's Roselli. Roselli trying to kick it along. 2-on-2 scrum with 5 seconds to go. Throw it in front. The shot comes in by Kramer, but it's blocked with 2 seconds left to go in the period, and that will do it for the middle stanza of this game. But what an opportunity late by Philadelphia. A couple of opportunities to try to pull within one. But after two, it's the Westchester Express 3, Philadelphia Flyers Elite 1. We'll be back with third period action in just a few minutes as you're watching the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week presented by Play by Play Productions. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from the skate zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. And underway here in the third period. 3-1 lead for the Westchester Express. Philadelphia responding well after giving up that third goal. Down 3-0 at one point. Again, now 3-1, and they really pushed the end of the second period. So the ice cut probably came at the worst time for them. Let's see how they respond as they do respond here, trying to get it out in front. And unable to do so is Joey Rosselli. We switch sides, no carry penalties to power plays. He's trying to dance his way through and powered through. Here's Cardozo. Turns into a 2-on-1. Saucers across. Shot comes in and a save by Radcliffe. Great opportunity for Westchester. Just 30 seconds into the period. Again, 3-1 lead for the Westchester Express. As this is dumped in deep, and there we go. It's going to be cleared around back behind the cage. I understand there might have been an audio issue there. I couldn't hear myself. Hopefully you can hear me. As this is dumped to the near side board. All the way back to the point it goes. Taken by Warner. The shot net goes high off the glass. Just about a minute into this third period. Shots on goal. 25-20 in favor of Philadelphia. But again, 3-1 is the score in favor of Westchester, trying to sweep the season series. Back behind the cage, here's Luke Golisano, the captain of this Westchester Express squad. That gets through Zhao and out to the neutral zone. Goal scorers in this one for Westchester: Marco Guzzetti, Jackson Hochberg, and Liam Gott. The lone goal scorer for the Philadelphia Flyers elite, William Hurlbert. As Philadelphia controls, and it's dumped up ahead here for Ethan Miller. Miller across through Finelli, and kicked to the near side for Rivard. Rivard drags to the outside. Rivard behind the net, looks for help, so he'll just pirouette all the way around. Tries to pass back to the slot, but it's knocked down here by Gott. Liam Gott. 3-on-3 into the zone for the Express. Dropped for Leahy, but it's intercepted. Good back check by Enzo Finelli. And here comes Philadelphia the other way. Outlet pass. Beautiful setup here for Miller. He'll try a shot and a glove save by Lutman, and that will stop play. 15:03 left to go, third period. A 3-1 lead for the Westchester Express. We also understand that we might have some international viewership today as the Poliak family in Slovakia tuning in. So greetings no matter where you are, whether it be Pennsauken, Philadelphia, Brewster, or all around the world. As this is dumped in, they score right at the side of the net. Ethan Miller stuffs it home. It's his second goal of the season. And with 14:57 to go in the third, it's now 3-2 Westchester. So the Flyers elite have come back to pull within one with plenty of time left to go in the third period. Again, they have carried a huge chunk of this game as far as possession, and it's finally starting to yield some fruit for them. Puck down, controlled by Westchester. Up the far side, here's Galante. Galante across, bouncing puck through Finelli. Tries to chase it down, but chopped away from him by Casey. Pass across now off of Miller. Trying to undercut him, though, was Catena. Taken here by Gazzetti. Marco Gazzetti out of Dix Hills, Long Island in New York. Tries to dump it in deep. Chopped in deep here by Casey. Rather, that was Catena, 27, not 57. Good battle, 2-on-1 towards the corner. Taken out of there, though, by Galante. And it'll end up out of play with 14:22 left to go here in the third period. Just talking to my producer slash cameraman in between periods. This is one of the colder rinks that we will visit. So if you ever are here in the skate zone, again, great facility, don't get me wrong. It is an ice rink, though. Make sure you dress nice and warm. Of course, Brewster Arena up in Brewster, New York isn't all that better. It's probably about a degree warmer. But again, all these facilities do such a great job of trying to keep the ice at the best possible level. And these are very well-used facilities. And great assets to the community, especially the hockey community. As here's Westchester the other way, near side. This is Marco Gazzetti moving in 2-on-2. Gazzetti tosses towards the cage and a save. Rebound is swallowed up as right there on the doorstep was Golisano. Again, he got the initial shot, the stick save by Radcliffe. And Golisano, the Carmel, New York native, absorbed a bit of a push there simply because right after the save, he got a little bit of an extra chop there on Radcliffe. 13:59 to go, third period. Puck is down, trying to move forward with a Cardozo, but forced off his stick by Resto. Resto around the far side for Hurlburt, and deflected down by, off the stick of Corey Levy. Saucer up the near side, and worked out to the neutral zone by Levy. Can't quite get into the zone. No penalty coming up as it is touched up. It's going to be a hooking call. Neither team has been able to score on the power play, as it does look like it is going to go against Westchester. Into the box is Daniel Cardozo. So, third power play of the game for the Flyers Elite. They are 0 for 2 with 2 shots. They've given up a shorthanded goal. But it is a huge chance for the Flyers to pull even in this one after falling behind 3-0. Good start to the kill, though, for Golisano. Winds it around, but it comes off to Warner. Warner angles it up ahead for Kramer. Kramer turns it, fires it in deep, looking for Rosselli. Rosselli back behind the net, looking out in front for Wirtz. Goes to the side of the net. Shot comes in, save, rebound, backhanded away by Golisano. Down that far side, Poliak. Poliak dumps it in deep. Cody gets there first. Stick lift on him by Kramer. Kramer behind the net. Tries to turn back towards the corner. Good shoulder throw by Rosselli. Rosselli met by a double team, then turned around here by Golisano. To the near side, it goes for Nate Volt. The Syracuse native with a long pass up ahead, eludes everybody, and goes all the way down for an icing call against Westchester. 13 minutes to go in the third period. 1:19 remaining in the Flyers Elite power play. Again, both teams on the outside of the Frozen Four and looking in. Needing to impress over the next couple of weeks. Trying to sneak in to the top 4 of the rankings. Here's the turnaround. Look, shot comes in. That's fought off by Lutman on the turnaround by Joey Rosselli. And the Express are able to clear. Drop back in here for Ryan Warner. And now for John Wirtz. Wirtz with a head of steam into the zone. Turns on the pace. Throws it back for Kramer. He'll try a shot and he scores! Matthew Kramer pops the water bottle for his 4th goal of the season. 12:39 to go in the third, and we're tied at 3. It felt like he was going a little bit against the grain and just got it over the shoulder of Lutman. So the Flyers Elite have come all the way back, trailing 3-0, now tied at 3 on that power play goal. So brand new game with 12:39 to go in the third. All right, here, if you're the Flyers Elite, you don't want to think mission accomplished. You want to keep moving forward as here's Wirtz. Throws it out in front, but it comes all the way back to the near side point. Zhao throws to the cage, deflected wide by Kramer. Hit the heel of his stick and went again against the grain, but could not quite get it on goal. As this is all the way back to the point for Warner, the drive, a save. Rebound is loose in front, and it's swallowed up by Lutman. And some pushes and shoves as they will break it up. Doesn't look like they'll have any discipline from this, but the intensity has really ratcheted it up in the last, again, 10 minutes of this game. Philadelphia, again, found themselves trailing 3-0, and that might have been the spark to turn things on. Again, they pulled within 2 in the relative late stages of the second. And then we had the ice cutters. Here's a shot from the point that goes wide by Warner. But they pick up 2 here in the third. And it'll be interesting also to see how Westchester responds. Again, leading 3-0. Now, again, tied up at 3 as Golisano throws out in front, but chopped wide. Taken here by Ryan Warner. Up the far side boards, looking for Matthew Devine. Nice look across, as moving in is Danielson. Skids to a stop, top of the circle, throws towards the slot, but calmly moved away by Cody. Far side to Fulvio for Philadelphia. Can't quite control it. It's worked out to the neutral zone. We're taken here by Zhao. Zhao, intercept by Cody. Cody falls down, lost the handle, but on his belly still tried to control. Shot comes in on the takeaway as DeFulvio throws it to the cage, but taken by Lutman. Now here's Cody, harassed from behind, still able to muscle to the neutral zone. 2-on-2 for the Westchester Express. Now up ahead, backhand try, that goes wide by Golisano on the broken play. Golisano towards the slot, kicked away, but Golisano still keeping those feet moving, takes it right back at the neutral zone. 11 minutes, 11 seconds to go, third period, tied at 3. Zhao towards the cage, blocked away by Lutman. Grabbed here, though, by Atrando. Comes back behind the net as here's Leahy. Around the far side, Miller. Stick lift, takes to the corner. Looks in front for Levy. Tries a shot and a save. Rebound, turn to the corner. And now the other way goes Zubak to go out to the neutral zone. Right now, Flyers elite not allowing Westchester anything easy. Again, they've controlled most of the play in this game, and again, in spite of the fact that they were trailing 3-0. But now they've really stepped up the pressure. Here's a 2-on-1 on the giveaway. Shot comes in, and that goes high and wide by Levy. And the arm is up. Not sure if it's a penalty. No, it looks like it actually ended up going out of play. Again, we mentioned earlier that the netting kind of bows over the ice surface. So sometimes it goes out of play and softly hits that netting. Again, tied up at 3. The last goal, Kramer from Wirtz, that tied the game up. As this comes in on goal, that's swallowed up by Lutman. And that, again, it will stop play. Shots on goal, 36-21. In the second period, it was 17-13 in favor of the Flyers. At that point, leading 25-19. But again, in this period alone, the Flyers have 11 shots to Westchester's 2. Gives you an idea of how much the ice is tilted in the favor of the Flyers elite. So here back behind the cage is Catena. Catena harassed and hauled down from behind. Turnaround shot on the slapper by Miller. That's swallowed up by Lutman. And that stops play with 10:17 left to go here in the third period. And for those who are new to it, like me, if this game is tied at the end of regulation, it goes right to the 3-on-3 shootout. No overtime. Now this is one back to the point. Here's Rivard, the shot blocker save. Rebound comes near side. Poliak trying to move in. But it's backhanded away, and Zubak runs into his own teammate, but Catena still able to find a way to move it to the neutral zone. One-handed along by Hochberg, but only as far as Levy. And the far side official has a call. It's going to be interference. So power play coming up with 9:58 to go in the third period. It'll be a power play for Westchester. Interference call on Ethan Miller. Power play number 3 for the Express. 0 for 2 with 4 shots. And again, an opportunity to regain the lead. Face off to the right of Nicholas Radcliffe. Officials setting the boundaries, and the Express control the draws. Here's Golisano at the point. Tossed up ahead here for Zubak. Tries a shot, but a good poke check on him by Skameka. And it's cleared out to the neutral zone. Golisano controls. And then drops it on back now for Joe Malazzi. He's been with the Express since his 13U days. So here's Malazzi. All the way back to the point with it. Near side. Back to the point, Malazzi. As he got it back from Zubak. Tries to throw it to the cage. It's blocked. Here comes Philadelphia the other way, short-handed. Could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Into the zone here is Rosselli. Rosselli drops it. Finelli, the shot, and a stick save by Lutman. Back behind the net, here's Rosselli. Smeared off the boards by Golisano, and it's dropped back with 9:10 to go in the third. 1:11 remaining in the Express power play. Tied up at 3. Liam got the goal scoring going as he avoids and ducks under the hip check of Resto. And then lost control and throws a good push there on Miller, but lost control of the puck. And it's cleared to the line. Golisano. Zubak. Golisano one-hands it up ahead, but it's intercepted and taken here by Rosselli. Skitters it up ahead now for Danielson, who gloves it down, and he has a step, but no forward momentum. And that allowed Andrew Zubak to take it away. 40 seconds in the Express power play. Moving up 4-on-3. Tries to squeeze through. He does, but lost the puck as it's turned to the corner by Radcliffe. Cleared up the boards. Good pinch in, but eventually bounces out now for Golisano. 8:25 to go in the third. 25 seconds to go in the Express power play. Nice move by Malazzi. Finds space inside the zone. Kicks to the stick. Harassed the whole way. Drops it off. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound loose in the slot. That goes just wide by Cardozo. Turnaround shot by Malazzi. Wouldn't go. 8:07 to go third period. Cardozo waits. 5 seconds to go in the power play. 3-on-3. Drags to his backhand and turns back. Goes off the leg of Vault, and here comes Philadelphia the other way, and the power play ends. They move in 3-on-2. Shot comes in by Zhao and ends up out of play. And with 7:51 to go in the third period, we stay tied at 3 on that last power play for Westchester. They had 3 shots, but they are 0 for 3. Draw will be to the left of Kenneth Lutman. Trying to turn it back to the point. Rosselli does. Shot through traffic. Save. No rebound. And a little bit of a John Wirtz push. Draws some ire out in front. Same with Joey Rosselli. But it'll all break up quickly with 7:46 to go in the third. Shot number 40 there for the Flyers Elite. The puck is down, stuck in the dot, dragged out by Kramer. Goes to his backhand, fires, and it's partially blocked by Nate Vault. Zhao pinches in against Gazzetti. Tries to kick it to his stick. Behind the net, slowed down by Hochberg. Then absorbs the shoulder of Cody. Drops to the near side for Kramer. Kramer looks at a slot, intercepted, and then cleared to the neutral zone, and moving up with pace is Marco Gazzetti. Moving in one-on-one, fires, and it goes high off the glass and out of play. Just got underneath that one. With 7:20 left to go here in the third period, we stay tied up at 3. Well, a little bit of animated discussion, I believe, as to, well, I'm not sure as to what. I think they're saying it was a deflection. I think the Flyers are hoping it was a deflection so the draw would be outside the zone, but not to be. As this shot from the point, glove save by Radcliffe. And that will stop play. As we remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Apex Learning Virtual School. And they can help players of all ages manage both school and hockey this season. Enroll anytime and manage when and where you complete your schoolwork. ALVS is flexible and designed to fit around conditioning, along with training, practice, and travel to tournaments. Visit ALVS.com or give them a call at 206-489-1079 for more information and to enroll now. So here's a great opportunity out in front for Colin Cody, but the pass behind him and cleared to the neutral zone. As this will go all the way back down, and icing is already waved. So here's Vault, 6'2", 195 from Syracuse. Out to the neutral zone here for Rivard, but it went into the zone, so offside called with 6:41 left to go in the third period. Always interesting, the early morning games, to see how the players respond. Again, these guys are obviously more used to it than, well, I am. But even so, it really does ratchet up entertainment and intensity in the third period, because when you play the first 2 periods, you're still a little groggy, especially if you played last night. But then that third period comes after the ice cut, and it's usually the most entertaining brand of hockey that you could find, again, at this level. Scott tries to juggle it into the zone, but he's met by a double team. Good battle on the boards here. Jones couldn't get it out of this. Zubak takes a shot. It's off the shoulder of Radcliffe, and that will stop play. With 6:19 left to go in the third period. So we come to you from the skate zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. Just outside of Philadelphia. So it's one back to the point. Leahy through traffic, and that's fought off by Radcliffe. Towards the corner it goes. Resto tries to bank it up ahead, but Zubak with the step up, taken by Golisano. Golisano out in front, but turned away by Hurlbert. And here come the Flyers the other way. Near side, this is Richie DeFulvio, the captain, shouldered off by Golisano. Ooh, and then DeFulvio got the stick up high on Golisano. But the referee did not catch it. Here's Poliak out in front, leaves it aside. The shot goes wide by Hurlbert. Jones all the way back to the point. Wrist shot comes in. That goes well wide from Rivard. Poliak pinching in. Grabbed here, though, by Leahy. Can't clear out. Kept in by Rivard. Rivard drags the blue line, takes a shot through traffic, deflected wide. DeFulvio can't control it. Colasano can't jump through. Thrown back to the point for Poliak, and he just angles it right back in deep. 5:30 to go in the third period, tied at 3. On that far side, here's Zubak. Good pinch in by Philadelphia to keep it alive. It's in the slot. Hurlbert tries a shot, save. It's underneath Lutman, and it is covered up as Rivard will draw some ire, as he actually had a little bit of a poke on it, but he's looking at everyone going, hey, he was still loose. But then he initiates a little shot towards the mush of one of his opponents. Play stopped with 5:18 left to go, third period, tied at 3. Again, we go straight to the shootout after regulation if we are tied. And again, it's all about the rankings to try to get into the Frozen Four. So a win in regulation is certainly worth that much more. But a win is a win. You want to take it. Especially both of these teams who are on the outside looking in, as this is an offside call against Westchester. Season, once you turn the calendar year over, it's only a month and a half left to go in the regular season, and you're looking right at the playoffs. It happens quick. And the NHL, they go into June, but the youth hockey level, it's usually over by early March, and that's including nationals. This goes back behind the cage. Good pressure put on here, but getting turned around on the play was Malazzi. Here come the Flyers the other way, 3-on-2. Pass across for Resto. Resto into the dot, but harassed from behind and turned the other way as here comes Cardozo. Coming in 3-on-3. Trying to dangle his way free and does. Pass across and a save. Rebound thrown out in front, but it's blocked away. 4:45 to go in the third period. Taken out the other way here by Kramer. Kramer gains the line and dumps it in just wide of the goal. Completes the change. Long outlet pass. Deflected off of Cardozo. Taken by Levy for Philadelphia. Across now for Zhao. Zhao banks it up ahead looking for Miller. Deflects over to Finelli. Finelli into the zone. Cuts to his forehand. Takes a shot deflected out of play. Off the blade of Nate Vault. That'll stop the clock with 4:22 left to go here in the third period. You're watching the Tier 1 Hockey Federation Game of the Week presented by Play by Play Productions. Again, Tom Wilms from the skate zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey. As it's intercepted, Levy the shot glove save by Lutman, and that will stop play. And you look around this arena, on that far wall, all the drafts picks that played youth hockey here in this building, whether it be for the Flyers Elite, Virtua Health team, or Team Comcast. That shot comes in, save, rebound, it's off the side of the net as Philadelphia is pushing. Turnaround shot by Miller, he scores! Ethan Miller would not give up on the play. It's his second of the game, third of the season. And with 4:09 to go in the third, it's 4-3 Philadelphia. What a comeback for the Philadelphia Flyers Elite. At one point, trailing 3-0, they have taken a 4-3 lead in the late stages of the third period. Now looking for more as Levy moves in. He'll try a shot and it's blocked. Followed up. That drive comes in. That's deflected wide off of Miller, who looks for the hat trick. Back to the point. Collected by Warner. He'll try a shot and that goes wide. Pinch in by Zhao. Zhao trying to jump his way to the corner. Helped by Finelli. Pushed around by Golisano. Good battle on the boards with just under 3:40 to go. Poked out here for Gazzetti. Touches it across, and here comes Galante moving in 2-on-2 for the Express. He'll try a shot glove save by Radcliffe. And again, that is not a high percentage shot, but it's a chance to get a face-off deep, win it back, and try to get some momentum back in this game with 3:31 left to go in the third period. Face-off will be to the right of Nicholas Radcliffe, who has made 26 saves so far in this one. Some pushing, some shoving, and now some changes in the face-off dot. Little encroachment as now Westchester desperately trying to move out in front was Andrew Zubak. Goes forced behind the net. Zubak hooked his way to the corner. Still has it. Tries to throw it back for Vault, but it's knocked down by Jones. Back to the corner it comes. A little bit of a cross-check there by DeFulvio, but kind of a minor push. This is thrown out in front, but taken by Poliak. Outlet pass, too strong for Jones. Goes all the way down. Icing waved off as here is Vault. Towards the corner. Lost the puck to DeFulvio. Jones back to DeFulvio. Taken by Hurlbut. All the way back to the point. Poliak winds it in deep with 3 minutes to go in the third. Hurlbut with it. Hurlbut lost it behind the cage. Vault trying to come up with it. Runs right into Jones and squeezes to the far side corner. Now Zubak Lost it. Comes out for Jones. Mini breakaway. Backhand try. What a save by Lutman. Another try in front. They score! William Hurlburt. His second of the game, fifth of the season. And with 2:42 to go in the third, it's now 5-3 Philadelphia. After a brilliant Kenneth Lutman save, the Philadelphia Flyers elite just pounced to the goal. And after a number of opportunities towards the cage, it was William Hurlburt, the Fort Washington, Pennsylvania native. 5 straight goals for the Philadelphia Flyers elite to take a 5-3 lead. 2:32 to go in the third period, but now here comes Golisano trying to drop for Cardozo. Lost the handle and taken here by Wirtz. Wirtz back behind the net, leaves it aside for Skameka. Now for Luke Resto. Up the boards, Wirtz. Back for Resto. Resto just gets it in deep. Last thing Philadelphia wants to do here is now sit back because their offense has been working so well since they were down 3-0. But they also want to try to play this smart with 2 minutes to go. Resto trying to get to the outside away from the forecheck of Parker Catena. We'll see if Westchester decides to pull the keeper down to by 2. But they can't keep control of the puck. They're forced to the neutral zones. Here's Luke Golisano right back in for the Express. Tries a wrist shot blocker save by Radcliffe. 1:38 to go. Philadelphia just looking to clear and avoid the icing calls. As Finelli steps up on the forecheck, but knocked away by Casey. Malazzi with 1:28 to go. Step up by Miller. But Malazzi gains the line, gains the zone. Goaltender coming off. Wrist shot comes in, saved by Radcliffe, and he holds on. So with 1:18 left, it looks like it'll be a timeout for the Express. They'll have the extra attacker. And they'll try to come back just like the Flyers did. Again, what a comeback for the Flyers elite. There's no other way to put it. Again, at one point in that second period, down 3-0, dead to rights. But they pick up 1 goal late in the second, 4 so far here in the third. In this period alone, the Flyers elite outshooting the Express 23-12. At one point, it was 11-2. To give you an idea of the comeback here for the Philadelphia Flyers elite. Again, this is a team that only has 4 wins in the THF, trying to get number 5 and trying to desperately find their way in that top 4. Again, they'll need, some big performances in a couple of weeks in their last 2 games. Well, actually in their last 4 games in the next 2 weeks. But this really could be a catapult for them. A gutty potential victory here, but still work to do. Again, 6-on-5 now. So we're back underway. Miller chases. And this is going to be lifted up and out of play with 1:13 to go in the third period. And again, keep in mind with the automatic icing, you dump it down looking for that empty net and you miss it. You're not killing as much clock as you want, but again, up by 2, maybe you take that chance. It'll be interesting to see what that timeout was really talked about for Philadelphia. Now, for Westchester, it's obvious for them, they've got to just throw pucks to the net, as we have a couple of false starts on that faceoff. And I think a couple of seconds came off the clock, but they may instruct the timekeeper, okay, you know what, please hold the clock for 2 seconds before we start up. Puck down, and we're back underway. Backhand try, save, rebound, it's cleared by Philadelphia. This will go all the way down, and it will be an icing call with 1:02 left to go in the third. And that's exactly what you want if you're Westchester. Throw it to the cage, crash the net, and see what happens. Down by 2, you can't be dainty. You just don't have enough time. Face off again to the right of Radcliffe. Puck is down. Back to the point it goes for Cody. Cody under pressure. Banks it up ahead. It's intercepted. Levy throws it towards the cage, but he fanned on it. Gets it right back. This is actually Miller towards the empty net. It goes wide as he looked for the hat trick. Hurlbert kicks it along. He's got 2 goals. Tries to get to his forehand. He's knocked down on the play. Throws it across anyway, but it's intercepted. 37 seconds left to go. Cardozo, big check on him by Zhao. Taken back here by Miller. He throws towards the empty net and grabs the hat trick. Ethan Miller, his 3rd of the game, 4th of the season. And with 26.1 left to go, it's 6-3 Philadelphia. The only thing stopping Hats from going onto the ice is the netting, as a number of the youth players who are playing next or later on threw their hats at the netting to celebrate Ethan Miller, the Lower Dauphin High School product from the Harrisburg area, picking up the hat trick. 6 straight goals for the Philadelphia Flyers elite, and they are 20 seconds away from victory. And it is a big one. It'll be their 5th THF win of the season. And again, a dramatic comeback down 3-0 midway through the second period. But the Philadelphia Flyers elite win it. Final score 6-3. Shots on goal in that 3rd period for the Flyers, 24. Game total of 49. For the Express, 12. Game total of 31. As again, the Philadelphia Flyers elite improve to 5-11, while the Westchester Express, they drop to 6-9 on the season. That'll just about do it for us. Next up for Westchester, they'll play February 11th and 12th in Wayne, New Jersey against the Jersey Hitmen. That'll close their season. Next up for Philadelphia, here in Pennsauken, February 4th, 2 games that day, one against the Rockets, one against the PA Islanders before hosting CP Dynamo on the 5th and Team Maryland on the 11th to finish their season. Once again, our final score this morning. In dramatic come-from-behind fashion, the Philadelphia Flyers Elite 6, the Westchester Express 3. For all of us here at the Skate Zone in Pennsauken, New Jersey, and for our producer Chris Markowitz, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.